recording.
Yeah.
It's 4 days before September 11th, and yesterday I received from a friend a proclamation to the churches that are responsible for the torture and murder of our children. Now this is being issued by the elders of the International Tribunal into Crimes of Church and State. Any affiliations with the United Nations or anything like that, I don't know. It's up for debate, okay? So I've been accused of talking, let's just put all that stuff to rest. Just hear this message. This message is to be invoked on the 18th of September. So listen up, and I'm just giving you the scoop on this, because on 18th of September, this is going to be posted all over the place. Now, I'm a member of the United Church, or was. I haven't disseminated or returned my membership, because I want to be able to be a shareholder in that corporation, which is being accused of this also. So the church that I attended when I was young will also be under this banishment. Okay, so this is a proclamation of the churches responsible for the torture and murder of our children. It is time for you to leave. Invoking the ancient community law of banishment, issued by the elders of the International Tribunal into Crimes of Church and State in Council on September 6th, 2011. So this was issued already. The Christian Church is responsible for the abduction, detainment, forced labor, rape, indoctrination, torture, and murder of generations of our children, and their descendants have violated the laws of God and humanity and damaged our societies far beyond the power of an apology or reparation to undo. Stephen Harper has apologized for this publicly. It was done on Parliament Hill. Kevin Annette and I have since returned and issued a summons to Stephen Harper for September 12th, which is 5 days from today, to attend a tribunal on this. I do not believe that he has responded. As of April 24th, he was actually arrestable for not responding to 3 letters with regards to this summons. These churches, back to the proclamation, these churches have betrayed the innocent as well as their public trust and violated the essential morality upon which any healthy society survives. In so doing, they have mocked and blasphemed their Creator, denied their essential teachings, and condemned themselves in the eyes of God and the laws of man. These churches have, in this manner, forfeited their right to continue to function as protected or subsidized legal bodies among us. They must depart forever from our communities. As of Sunday, September 18th, 2011, they are banned from operating in our territories. In all of our societies, the survival of the community and the well-being of children as the next generation is paramount. Anyone or anything that threatens children and places itself above the law and the power of families to protect their young becomes a clear and present danger to our survival and must be disarmed and disestablished for the good of all. The main perpetrator of a regime of international terror against children, the Vatican and its Catholic Church Corporation, is incapable of being reformed into a benign institution because its worldview and principles are based on contempt for the inherent goodness of nature and children. So the corporation of the Vatican and its Catholic Church is incapable of being reformed. Jesus himself prescribes the punishment for harming children and their sanctity, the death of the offender. So the corporation itself can die. I'd like to reiterate that a little. But rather than a milestone, no, we're good. But rather than a millstone, we attach a more effective cure around the neck of the offending institutions by prescribing for them a social death through their banishment from our midst and their disestablishment as recognized institutions. As of Sunday, September 18th, 2011, we will commence this abolition movement by declaring every church guilty of these crimes to be permanently banned from our communities. The Corporation of Canada better not take this as treason, because, you know, we're talking about the elders here. As of that date, we will conduct a massive and ongoing public boycott campaign of these churches, denying them all financial support, attendance, and public services. Their church properties are declared to be communalized as of September 18th. Their church properties are declared to be communalized, and as of September 18th, will be open to all people.
Which way?
On a secular basis left. Will be open to all people on a secular basis for use of their benefit, especially as shelters for the homeless. So all churches of the Anglican, Catholic, and United Church are going to be doors open for homeless people. Their priests and officials will not be allowed to practice in our midst, and their assets and wealth will be declared to be owned by the community and shall be distributed according to the needs of our people. I'll be going to my church to get the baptismal picture that has my grandfather's first and the government's last name for him on it. I'm taking that because we can use it. Just pass the police officer.
No, that farm. The name of the family is
We will conduct this abolition movement on the highest moral plane of direct, non-violent action, standing on truth and love, and on our inherent sovereign power and rights as free men and women. We ask that Catholics, Protestants, and all members of these banished church bodies consent to help us in this process of socially disestablishing the corporate institutions that are the cause of these crimes. By leaving these churches voluntarily and joining the rest of our community in reclaiming the teachings of Christ that have been so violated and trampled asunder by the church. As part of this reclamation of not only the structure but the soul of Christianity, we urge Christians to disassociate themselves from the long and bloody history of Christendom. By helping us bring to trial and judgment the persons and beliefs responsible for the murder and genocide of an entire nations and their children. There was a genocide in Canada. Look it up. Our abolition movement has already commenced among traditional elders of Indigenous nations in Canada, who have issued banning and eviction proclamations on their territories against the Catholic and Protestant churches responsible for the deaths of their children in their Indian residential schools. We will extend this movement to embrace all peoples across the world that have been harmed and brutalized by churches functioning beyond all accountability and law. We invoke the great law of peace and justice and the inherent land law jurisdiction of our sovereign nations as we proclaim this, the permanent expulsion and banishment from all of our communities of the Roman Catholic Church, the Church of England, known as the Anglican Episcopalian, and the United Church of Canada, the Methodist Presbyterian. We call upon all people to enforce this expulsion and banishment through the peaceful and permanent occupation of the properties of these churches. This proclamation is passed unanimously by the 9 elders of the ITCCS executive, from the Inuit, Cree, Métis, Mohawk, Anishinaabe, Basque, and Gaelic nations. It will be publicly read and posted around the world on Sunday, September 18th at 11 a.m. Please distribute this proclamation in your own communities. Grasshoppermedia.ca will be
Put the
covering
whole
this
thing
as
in the
much
description of the video.
as much as possible. I'll be posting this in the description of the video, I assure you.
Should, yeah.
And if you have any questions or anything like that, I did not get this directly from Kevin Annette, although I do know that Kevin, our friend, is involved in this, and should he be coming to Ottawa or need any of our help, Grasshopper Media will be there to help. Just to cover this proclamation, etc. So peace, or whatever we're supposed to, symbols and all that sort of stuff, peace, truth.
Not peace.
Satyagraha, truth is a force.
It's not peace.
Peace is something you cultivate.
Peace is something that we can't have when they're doing this to us.
Ben Lowry himself has my
We
cell
can't
phone
have
number.
peace unless we fix this.
This is war. This is war, not peace.
We just passed Terry Fox.
There's a war for your soul.
It's war for the children right now.
It's a war for the children.
Which way are we going?
Well, we
Where are
can
we
at least
going?
say that. We start with them.
Straight
There's no-
ahead.